Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today it is about 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. I am still up. I am wide awake. I am bored. I've had a couple of beers, maybe 3, I think. So I thought now would be the best time for me to do a little bit of a video, or a video that I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and that is 5 major douchebags in horror movies. Okay, so now, what exactly is a douchebag in a horror movie? A douchebag in a horror movie is the one character that just, no matter how hard the protagonist, no matter how hard the hero tries to save the day, to survive, to do whatever they have to do, they just make things that much more difficult for them. All right, so that is a douchebag in a horror movie. Now, the ones that I'm going to mention here, they may not be the biggest douchebags in a horror movie, but they are some seriously major douchebags, all right? So without further ado, and I would say these aren't in any particular order, but they kind of are, okay? So without further ado, let's begin. At number 5, we have got Harry Cooper from Night of the Living Dead. Now, Harry, how do you describe Harry? What is Harry? Harry is a control freak. Harry is pretty much, he's pretty much a racist. And Harry is 100% major asshole, okay? He's a complete douchebag, all right? He's, like I said, anything with these guys, okay, no matter what our hero, Dwayne Jones, tries to do, he just blocks him every step of the way. You know, it's either Harry's way or the highway, you know, and it just leads to such chaos for the characters in Night of the Living Dead. And it's, Harry is just seriously major douchebag. So there you go, number 5. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything more I want to say about Harry. It's been a long time since I've watched Night of the Living Dead, but he is one of those characters that you do remember quite well. I'm trying to think if anybody died as a result of Harry's stupidity. I don't quite remember about that. But yeah, just the fact that he is a control freak, he's a racist, he just, no matter what you try to do, he tries to just go the opposite direction. That lands Harry right there in Douchebag City, okay? Here we go. Next up, we got number 4, and that is going to be Chris Hargensen and Billy Nolan from Carrie. Okay, now these two, of course, were played by Nancy Allen and John Travolta. All right, what is it about these two that makes them douchebags? Well, if you know the story of Carrie, you know that Carrie is about this young girl. She's bullied at school. Her mother is a religious zealot to the max, all right? So she's got a bad home life. And not only that, but she has to face the fact that she has got these telekinetic powers. Yes, she can do things with her mind, all right? She can move things, whatever she needs to do, she can do it. You know, whatever she wants, she can do it, okay? Where do Chris and Billy come into play? Chris and Billy are the main protagonists of the film. They are the ones that make Carrie's life as miserable as they can possibly make it, okay? Anything that happens to Carrie, they're pretty much behind it, all right? That is from Chris making fun of Carrie whenever she has her period in the shower. Of course, the two of them are pretty much instrumental in the pouring of the pig's blood on her head. And there are spoilers in this, so if you have not seen Carrie, guess what? There's going to be spoilers. She gets blood poured on her head at high school prom. She gets elected prom queen, gets blood poured on her head, and then she exacts her revenge, man. She takes it out on everybody, okay? And she especially takes it out on these two douchebags, Chris Hargensen, Billy Nolan. Major douchebags, all right? Next up, number 3, we're going to go with Mikey from the Blair Witch Project. Why is Mikey a douchebag? Okay, Mikey is a douchebag because you got these 3 people in the woods. They are hunting for this mysterious witch. They get lost. They can't find their bearings. All they have is a map to rely on. And what does this idiot do? He kicks the map into the river. Gone. That's it. Any hope they have of getting out of there alive is completely just gone as soon as he does that. You know, as soon as you hear this idiot laughing and saying, I kicked that map into the river, you just know damn good and well their fates are sealed, and they are. Okay? That is why Mikey is the number 3 douchebag. All right, next up, I started saying number 1, number 2, and between this one and number 1, they could have been interchangeable because they are just both complete, absolute douchebags, all right? And you're probably sitting there going, oh, wow, he likes to say douchebag a lot. You're right, I do. Anyway, next up, we got Micah Sloat from Paranormal Activity. Now, why is Micah a douchebag? Okay, first of all, you have Katie. All right, Katie and Micah are a couple. Katie is haunted, or not haunted, or I guess you could say she is haunted by this entity that has just been chasing after her ever since she was a little girl. All right, so she's trying to figure out a way to get rid of this thing. All right, and every step of the way, Micah just blocks her every single step of the way. She calls a guy in to help her out. He's kind of a psychic, a ghost hunter. And he just makes fun of the guy completely along the way. When she gets ready to call another psychic or another psychic investigator, or paranormal investigator to get some help, he tells her, no, don't call this. I'll handle the whole thing. Everything he does is for his sake only. He could care less about Katie, about whether she has this demon, as long as he can show just how big and tough he is. He is Micah. Hear him roar. And he is a major douchebag for it. And yes, does he get killed in this movie? Of course he does. And does he deserve it? Of course he does. All right, so Micah, number 2, douchebag. All right, next up we have our number 1. And for number 1, that is going to be, and I just saw this movie, I watched it twice now, and I plan to watch it again. But for me, the number 1 douchebag, in my personal opinion, is Christian from Midsommar. All right? Why is Christian a douchebag from Midsommar a douchebag? Because he is absolutely unemotionally attached to Danny, no matter what she is going through. Her parents are killed by her sister. Her sister and her parents are killed in a murder-suicide, and she is absolutely grieving. She needs this guy. She needs him to be with her. She needs him to give her a little bit of emotional support, and he is just not there at all. And add to that now the fact that when she is going through this grieving process, he's more concerned with partying and being with his friends than being with her. So when you get down to the end of the movie and he's wrapped up in this bear suit and burned alive, and again I said spoilers, so forgive me if you haven't watched this movie, I'm sorry, but spoiler alert, okay? Whenever he is sitting, and when he is wrapped up in this bear suit and he is burned alive as a sacrifice, and you see this look of satisfaction on Danny's face, then you just know he deserved it, okay? Because like I said, he is just so unemotionally attached to this girl. No matter what she tries to do, she just wants the guy to be there for her, and he just will not do it, even to the point of cheating on her, all right? So yeah, that does it. That is my picks for the 5 major douchebags in horror movies. I don't usually do videos like this. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you don't, let me know down in the comments. And if you did, or you can think of any other douchebags in horror movies, let me know, okay? Because I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, that's going to do it. This is going to post later on today. And until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.